start the meeting.
Hello, my name is Elise Cookie Moore from Cornerstone Village. This is my first time joining this group. Tim Kaling, he invited me, so I just wanted to let you guys know before you start.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Madam Clerk, would you like to call the roll?
Member Winton, Member Tinsley Smith, Member Talley,
I'm here.
Member Starr, Member Dr. Regina Randall.
Good morning, Madam Clerk.
Good morning. Member Luckman,
Present.
Member Lanto,
Present.
Member Joyner, Member Hughes, Member Garcia, Member English Barnhill, Member Douglas, Member Daub,
Here.
Member Crawford,
Present. Good morning.
Member Cash,
Here.
Member Carter,
Present.
Vice Chair Gator,
Good afternoon, present.
Chair Roberts.
Present.
You have a quorum present.
Okay. I would like to have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from our February or from our March meeting. Is that right?
So move, Member Gator.
Clarification, Clerk Spivey, do we need approval for February 9th and March 9th?
Yes, so during the February meeting, we didn't have a quorum, so the board wasn't able to vote.
Okay, so we're just going to amend that motion to approve the minutes from February 9th, 2023 and March 9th, 2023.
So I rescind my original so moved, and now I support the motion to approve of the minutes for both February 9th and March 9th meetings.
Awesome. Is there a second?
I'll support. Member Dodd. Support.
Awesome. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. And then what I'd like to do is move to item F, new business. We have a presentation from Mothering Justice, and our guest is Alicia Wells, who serves as the organizing director. So we will go ahead and do that. Alicia, would you like to introduce yourself and start your presentation?
Sure, good morning or afternoon now. So my name is Aisha Wells. I am from, Aisha.
I'm sorry.
Aisha, no, it's okay. I'm from Mothering Justice. Like was mentioned before, I am the director of organizing. So I don't have a slideshow prepared, that's okay. Just wanna, it can be interactive as anyone would like it to be. So Mothering Justice is a policy advocacy organization. We advocate for mamas of color through policy change. We work on economic injustice issues, such as paid family and medical leave, slash earned paid sick time, affordable childcare, basic needs, and Black maternal health. So right now, we are an organization that is on the ground in the community, talking to mamas about, I was reading the chat. Talking to mamas about these issues that impact them directly. So I'll talk first about what the different issues are, and then if folks want to have any questions, you can kind of join in from there. So paid family and medical leave is the ability to be able to take off time from work to care for yourself or your family members. And in doing that, in the United States, we are one of only developed countries in the world that does not have any sort of paid leave policy. You may see sometimes in certain states, they have it. There's 9 states across the country that have it so far. You may also see sometimes that folks have like government officials have accessibility to pay family medical leave. But as a nation and as a policy, we do not have any sort of paid family medical leave. So if you get sick, if you are welcoming a new child, if you have a chronic illness, if you are, caring for a loved one such as your parent, a lot of folks are in the sandwich generation that are taking care of not just themselves and their children, but they're also taking care of their parents, right? So we don't have those type of accessibilities. What that's causing is folks to lose a great amount of wages and how they are able to pay their bills, right? And so if you're not able to pay your bills, it leads to a number of other issues. It leads to homelessness, it leads to not having food on the table, so on and so forth, right? And so what we've been advocating for is to pass a comprehensive paid family and medical leave policy, not just around the country, but in Michigan and all over the state. So that is what paid family medical leave is. Right now in Michigan, we have a sick leave policy, which is, if you Google it, it'll say that we have a medical leave policy. We don't in Michigan. It was gutted by our legislature and it is misnamed and it says that we have a medical leave policy. We have a sick leave policy. What's different about that is only for a week or a few days. It is not for a long-term illness. It is not for any type of long-term disability. It is not for welcoming a new child. It is if you get sick for a couple of days, you catch a cold and you take off from work. It's inadequate for a medical leave such as the ones I mentioned before. And so we are going through the courts system right now in order to, can y'all hear me okay? Okay. We are going through the court systems in order to make sure that this policy is returned to its original version so that it honors sick time and it honors the voice of the people. The next thing that we do at Mother and Justice, 3 other campaigns that we are trying to narrow down because there's such broad bodies of work is affordable childcare, Black maternal health, and basic needs. So I'll start from basic needs. Basic needs is the ability to have food, water, shelter, housing. What we found in our research over the past few years is that people are paying way too much for housing. Most folks can't afford it right now. Utilities are astronomical. They are through the roof. People can't afford to pay their basic utilities at this time. The prices are raising at a rapid rate. We found that folks don't have clean water to feed them, to make food, to wash their clothes, to have drinking water. And that's, as you all know, in Wayne County is a huge issue. We've also found that folks are not able to afford groceries and food. And so we are working with our mamas right now to construct an assessment around what is the top issue that Mother and Justice can work towards in order to resolve 1 or 2 or 3 of those issues and to formulate a policy from the issues that I just named. Right now, we're working with WIC. WIC, obviously, most of you are, I'm sure, knows what WIC is. I was a WIC recipient when I had my son many years ago. And so it's a program that can be expanded, right? It can cover more things. One of the things that we're looking to start covering is pads, right? So we saw that they got rid of the tax with pads, but folks, more than likely, if you are using a bridge card, or if you have WIC, or if you're on any type of government aid, you probably can't afford to buy pads, right? And so there's a number of folks who are in poverty that can't even afford that essential. And how am I on time? Sorry, I should have asked that before. I saw the agenda, but I want to make sure that I don't go over because I can talk.
It's good. I mean, if you want to go to like 12:20, 12:25, I think that would be
Okay.
good. We can maybe
Okay.
leave things for questions at the end.
Okay, perfect. The other thing so that's what we're working on with our basic needs campaign. Our organizer Felicia is doing research and creating an assessment in order to see what policy we can formulate. So we have our Mama Summit, which is in the fall, that we are going to be holding in order for mamas to come together and be able to choose which of these issues. They're all pressing, right? There isn't one that is that takes precedent over the other. It's about what policy we can realistically achieve and work towards as a campaign for Michigan moms. The next thing that we're working on is Black maternal health. As you all know, that Black women die 3 to 4 times more during childbirth than their white counterparts. So it is actually Black Maternal Health Week. For those who didn't know, Mother and Justice is involved in that with Black Mamas Matters Alliance. We are a kindred partner of them. They're a national organization that works with a number of organizations around the country to help with this issue of Black women dying during childbirth, right? So we work with a number of organizations around the state. We give out diapers and formula many times throughout the year. We just did one in December that's very successful within the organization. And we don't ask for them to give us all the information under the sun like a lot of programs do. We allow for folks to come in. If you need diapers and formula, here you are, no strings attached, right? And so we offer that opportunity for mamas in the community completely free. And so we are working to change Black maternal health and decrease that number, at least to decrease that number over time and get a commitment from our doctors and the people who care for us to not have biases. We learned that it's just racism, right? It's not anything more than that. Folks try to, say it's health and, all these other reasons. And maybe some of those are underlying factors, but overall, it is racism. It's an implicit biases that is causing Black women to die during childbirth. And the other part of that is reproductive justice, which is folks being the ability to choose whether or not, when, how, and why they choose to have children. And the last thing is affordable childcare. The average person pays the equivalent of rent or mortgage for childcare. So you see the issue in that. I can't pay 2 rents a month. I know most people can't afford to pay 2 mortgages or 2 rents a month. And if you are paying that much along with your other bills, it's probably cutting into your pockets greatly. And so we are working with childcare centers. We are working with informal childcare providers. A lot of us, my mom watches my son often. And so a lot of us are not taking our children to daycares for many reasons. My son is disabled and he's 16. So I don't have the opportunity to take him to a childcare center. He's just way too old to go. He's a 16-year-old. And so we have to honor folks who have children with disabilities. We have to honor the fact that there is a number of people who can't afford to take folks back and forth to a childcare center, whether it's transportation, et cetera. And shoot, I lost my train of thought. The other thing is being able to understand that childcare workers should make a living wage too. The other reason that we have found is that childcare workers, that there's a decrease in the ability to have enough childcare workers in the workforce. And so that is a huge issue because even if you do get the money to pay for childcare, there is not enough people to simply do the job because of it's a low wage working job. So we are working to also create a policy that will honor the childcare workers because we need them so very much. Excuse me, and then to also be able to expand the folks who is eligible for it and make it affordable, accessible, and quality childcare for our children. I'll stop there for a second if anybody has any questions about that.
Yeah, before we we open it up for questions, I want to share a couple things with the commission, and that is the executive director of Mothering Justice, Danielle Atkinson, is on the Michigan Women's Commission. And I'm not sure if you know or if you were connected, but I think it was last month we did a movie screening of Aftershock, and Mothering Justice participated in our panel discussion, which was really fantastic. And it was one of the reasons that I wanted to bring Mothering Justice to present to us so that our members could just learn more about the organization and the work, the great work that you're doing, not only nationally, but in Michigan and in Wayne County. Do you have any examples of like any specific like actions or work or types of gatherings that you've held in Wayne County to help women in Wayne County?
So like I mentioned before, so I can tell you what's coming up and I can tell you what we've done in the past. So in the past, like I mentioned before, we worked with organization, the name escapes me now. It was it's on like Verner, like east near Jefferson area. It's a place that gives out free food. We worked with them to pass out the diapers and the formula. We did that for basically through the entire pandemic. So we helped thousands of moms be able to have free diapers and free formula. We also go around during Juneteenth, passed out care packages to Black mamas. We met them at different events and passed out many care packages like soaps and body butters and the things that you need to just relax as being a caregiver and a mother. And we also have we also I hold a caregiver group once a month. It's like a support group. It'll start back up in May, and it's moms who have children with disabilities. And we just come together and we share resources and we connect about how we can help each other in a space where we have children with disabilities, how we can show up for each other, how we can care for one another. And then the last thing I'll mention is that we did a campaign last year called Defend the Black Vote, which was these large corporations like DTE Energy and Blue Cross Blue Shield, giving money to these large corporations, giving money to lawmakers to suppress Black votes and to suppress votes of people of color, which Wayne County has the highest percentage of Black votes and people of color. And so we worked on that campaign. We went down to Park Plaza and really rallied against that. And so we really need to hold these corporations accountable that are donating money to folks who are stopping people from voting so we can pass the policies that I named before. What's coming up? So please join us at the Mama's March this year. It's in Lansing. We will have buses. So you don't have to drive your car. We are going to the Capitol to talk to lawmakers, to tell them about the policies I just mentioned, and ask them to support us, to champion, to always talk about the mama's agenda when there are no mamas around. Honor mamas. If you start with talking about Black and brown mamas, mamas of color, if you start there, you will ultimately create a policy that works for everyone. We also will be having a summer series of events throughout the community. We'll have yoga in the park. We're actually having yoga this Saturday. It's called pelvic floor yoga. As you all know, these babies that mess up our pelvic floors, okay? And so we're having yoga for that this Saturday. We also have a brunch this Friday with Birth Detroit. These are all Black maternal health events. And then the last thing I mentioned earlier was the Mama Summit, which will be in October, where we will convene and talk about the Mama's agenda and vote on the issues that we can realistically achieve. And so, yeah.
Great. If you want to follow up with me or through like Brandy and let us know about those specific events, I'll be sure that we get that out to all of the members.
Sure.
And can they like go to the Mothering Justice website and sign up for email updates or anything like that?
I'm typing it right now in the chat. You can go to motherinjustice.org, and then you can go to join us and go to the join us tab. It's the second one down. If you click on events, it'll show you all of the events that we have. It's up to date. It'll show you about the brunch and the yoga and the Mama's March. And so for any of those things you want to sign up for, go to our website, Mothering, MOTHERING, because sometimes people think it's mother and it's mothering, justice.org.
Great, fantastic. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I see a couple hands.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and let our clerk call on members in the order that their hands were raised. So if Clerk Spivey, you'd like to do that, that'd be great.
Vice Chair Gator.
Thank you. And through the chair to Miss Aisha, I apologize. My voice is not the best, but I'm hoping you all can hear me.
Yep, we can. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Ms. Wells, for your presentation today. That information is so needed. And not sure if you are aware, but as a commission, we're having a women's resource fair on April the 27th from 10 to 4. And I personally feel that the information that you shared today will be beneficial to our participants at that fair. If you could please, and if you're interested, could you please send your company's information, your email, your contact number, and a quick blurb about your company to the Women's Resource Fair at gmail.com. And I can meet with my committee to see if we can get you to be a vendor table if you are available.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you give me that email address again?
Yes, ma'am. It's Women's, WOMENS,
Mhm.
Resource,
Resource.
RESOURCE, Fair, FAIR, at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
And
And
we're under a tight timeline to get everybody onboarded by the 16th. So I hate to put that pressure on you, but if you can expedite it, I really appreciate it.
yeah, I think I can find a couple folks to join y'all on those dates. At gmail.com. And you said name, org, and
Email address, contact number.
contact number.
And thank you so much for the work that you do, Ms. Aisha.
Thank you so much.
That concludes my comment.
Thank you.
Member Carter.
Thank you and welcome, Ms. Wells. Thank you for that information. If you know, how many of our mothers with children are homeless and how big of an issue is that in our community?
I don't have that information, but I'm happy to get it back to you and find out. And when you say in the community, are you meaning Wayne County?
Yeah, in particular with the population that you currently are working with. Are you finding that the homelessness is a growing issue as I've been kind of hearing?
I have been hearing about that as well. We have another organizer. Her name is Nkenge. She's our grassroots organizer. What she does is she works on the ground with orgs that help with homelessness, domestic violence, the Black Mamas Bailout, of helping mamas during Mother's Day. And so I can connect with Nkenge and find out what that number is and see if she has an accurate amount based on our membership and who she's currently working with. We sometimes don't have that information because we try to move towards policy type of work. And so sometimes when we need finite information, it's harder to get, but I can find that for you for sure.
Great. Any other questions or comments? Okay, well, Aisha, thank you so much. And I'm sorry I wrote your name down and
It's okay.
it was a quick glance this morning, but we really appreciate your time and the work that you and Mothering Justice does, and hope that Mothering Justice can participate in the resource fair.
Yeah.
And if you know, that does happen, I'm sure we would also say if you want to get that out to your networks as well.
Absolutely.
Because there's going to be a lot of different resources there, health and employment, for example, to support women in Wayne County. And if you can ever think of a way that, we can be helpful or to partner, please let us know, because we're definitely looking for ways to be supportive of the work that supports, all women in Wayne County.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. We'll do. Well, thank y'all for y'all time. And it's been an honor to be here with y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful 80-degree Thursday and get some sun.
I know. All right. And you're welcome to hop off, and
Okay.
hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too. Peace, y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Clerk's by me. Why don't we go back up to the order of the agenda, and I guess it would be agenda item C.
Yes, chair's remarks.
Okay, I really don't have any comments at this point, other than because I think we're going to talk, about the resource fair. We're also going to talk about the upcoming appointment process for the Women's Commission. And so I think we can just move on to the next item.
Item D, update from Commissioner Dahl.
And Commissioner Dodd, not to put you on the spot, but you always have a standing spot on this agenda. So if there's anything that you think is relevant, to the commission, please feel free to share it. And if not, that's okay too.
Yep, I just have one thing. Tuesday, we had our full board meeting. We had it on Tuesday because of state equalization tax requirement by the state. But we passed a resolution declaring this week Black Maternal Health Week in the county. So that's pretty cool. And I believe no, I don't think so. The press, I can send out the resolution to everyone once it's finalized and we get the final copy. But Chair Bell, I see, is on here too, if you want to say a few words about it.
No, you did an excellent
Put you on
job
the
at
spot. Not to put you on the spot.
you did an excellent job at the full board meeting discussing the resolution. We're in line with Mothering Justice, recognizing Black Women's and Women of Color's Health Awareness Month and Maternal Awareness Month. So it was a great resolution, and we can provide a copy to the members here if you'd like to see it. But I think we're all in the line with making sure that we're drawing attention to this very important issue that unfortunately hasn't gotten the attention that it deserves. So thank you, Commissioner Dodd, for bringing that to full board last on Tuesday, and we'll make sure every member here gets a copy of it as well.
Yes.
Great. Do you think? Oh, I was just going to ask, do you think it would be nice to maybe email it to Mothering Justice, just given that they presented today and they mentioned it was,
Black Women's Health Month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so they know that the county is supportive of these efforts.
Yeah, we can do that. One thing that I did mention in my remarks at full board was that we had to go back and rewrite the resolution from we wrote it, the CDC released some new data and we had to rewrite it because the data from 2021 came out and it's just so much worse. It's just, we're not improving, we're just getting worse and worse. So we wrote it with the new data and it's not looking good. So it's an issue that we need to work on. Thank you, Madam Chair. That's all I have.
Okay, great.
Madam Chair, if I may, I'm so sorry. I double booked meetings today. I have a 12:30 Zoom I have to jump on. But can I just make a comment about the Women's Resource Fair?
Yes, and I think you're gonna do like just a quick update on the appointment and process.
Oh, okay. Well, really quick. Hold on. Let me tell the people on the Zoom I'm coming. Hold on. Yes. So, thank all the women who are working on the resource fair. It is coming along phenomenally. I've gotten 2 calls this week already about companies that want to participate. So the word is out there. People are wanting to join us. I told all the commissioners to make sure that they spread it through their social media, Facebooks and text messages. So we're excited. It's coming along so great. So I just want to thank all of you who are really putting in the work to make this happen. We are so grateful to your efforts, and it's going to be such a success. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all your hard work. We are going to appoint new members to the Women's Commission at our first meeting in May. So I wanted to make sure that this group, since you were together as the first group, we got through the resource fair. That'll kind of be our swan song for this group of ladies. And then in May, the commissioners will appoint new members to the Women's Commission. So I would like to have some type of closing event after the resource fair before the full board meeting, just to thank each and every one of you for your service for this inaugural Women's Commission group. You all have been phenomenal, and I want to show appreciation. So stay tuned for that. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you for all your hard work and dedication. It's been wonderful doing this resource fair, the Aftershock movie, the mental health Zoom that we did last year. We're really getting the word out, and now I have other municipalities who are talking to me about starting the same thing. Detroit City wants to start a women's commission. Oakland County now wants to start a women's commission. So we are on the forefront of doing something great that is going to permeate throughout the region. So thank you all for your hard work and dedication, and just keep doing what you do with the Women's Commission and in your personal lives, because all of you are dynamic in your personal lives as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you ever need me, you all know how to contact me. And I look forward to having another meeting with the core group in the next few days. So thank you so much.
Yeah, just a clarifying question on
You're
that.
welcome.
Are they all, is it gonna be all new members or some members getting reappointed?
I haven't talked to the commissioners yet, but it's their purview to appoint
Okay.
someone new or not. So each commissioner will have that within the right to do. And I haven't
Okay.
discussed with them what they're doing yet, but they have to their right to reappoint or appoint someone new.
Okay. Okay,
All righty. Thank
great.
you, ladies.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Clerk Spivey, moving on to the next agenda item.
Item E, unfinished business, there is none. Moving to item G1 under updates, resource fair.
So I'd like to turn this over to member Dr. Randall. And anyone else she would like to speak regarding an update for the resource fair.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairs, both of you, Madam Bell and Madam Chair Roberts. Thank you so much. And I do want to repeat what Chair Bell said. You all are phenomenal. But let me go into my report first. This is my report. Of course, you know that the resource fair was established to provide employment and medical resources. Accomplishments, we have the Eventbrite launch for volunteers. That started on March 31st, and that will end on Monday. The Eventbrite launch for attendees started on April 1st, and that also will end on Monday, April 17th. This information was sent to all the Wayne County Commissioners and the Wayne County Women's Commission members. Everyone was encouraged to share this information in their networks. I would like to thank the Director of Policy Research and Acting Commission Clerk, Pamela Lane, and Legislative Research Assistant, Amina Spivey, for sending out several various communications regarding the Women's Resource Fair. Thank you so much. We do have a new supporter, Senator Mary Cavanaugh. The event security is confirmed. We have the Wayne County Community College District Northwest Campus Police Authority will be there, Wayne County Sheriffs, as well as the Detroit Police Department Precinct 8 will be there as well. We will now have a report from our committee chairs. We're going to start with Communications Chair Carter.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have, as she said, we've been all kind of distributing the flyers. I would encourage us to do that to make sure that we have the response and that there are enough visitors to have an impact on, excuse me, someone's at the door. Okay. Sorry about that. To have an impact on the women of Wayne County. We did, I think, remember Tina Talley and also LaTanya Gator was able to reach out to their newspaper in their area and get them to do articles. We had the Michigan Chronicle to interview Commission Chair Alicia Bell on last week. That should show up either this week or next week. We do expect more coverage. And there should be another press release that will go out on Monday, providing we have the details, or as soon as we get those details, like I guess we'll just work with that date as the information is solidified. So we're also working on a final flyer. And so if you have a vendor that's been confirmed on 2 levels, then they are offered an opportunity to submit their logo. That will be also put into the last flyer, perhaps even in the press release, depending on space. There is a there is a flyer that's circulating that I'm not sure where it came from, but if there is flyers that are not approved by this board, we need to know what that is because we are getting feedback. I do know that we did want to list all of the participants in terms of our official leadership and make sure if we are inviting one, we are inviting all. We do not want to leave out anyone, but we do want to be inclusive because we do need all to work together to make this happen. And that's it for my report. If we have any more questions, take them.
Thank you, Madam Chair Carmen Carter, for your tremendous work. Our next report will be from Chair Tina Talley, who agreed to be our volunteer chair, and we needed one. Thank you, Chair Bell, for that idea. And Tina Talley has been working very hard. We will hear from her at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Randall, Chair Bell, and everybody. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I sent out an email on Tuesday with all the stats we had as far as volunteers are concerned. We have seen an uptick in volunteers since the email on Tuesday, so that's very encouraging. Right now, for the first shift, 8 a.m. to 1, we have 12, including 4 Women's Commission members. For 9 to 1, we have 13, including 5 Women Commission members. 12 to 3, we have 11, including 3 Wayne County Women Commissioners. And then the last shift where we are kind of lacking, we have 5, including 3 Women Commissioner meetings. This does include women who have signed up for multiple shifts, and then commissioners that's going to be all there all day, such as myself, Dr. Randall, I think Latanya Gator, Summer Crawford, and I'm not, those only ones I know offhand that's going to be there all day. So we still could use some help on that latter shift. Maybe in a few shifts, Dr. Rand, I want to get with you to see what we think those numbers should be at. We're okay, but depending on the crowd, because I think this thing is going to be huge, we might want to beef that up a little bit to just make sure we can support and assist everybody. So that's where we at right now. We got the extension to the 17th, 17th. So I anticipate more. So if you can keep pumping up the word. I think we can keep the volunteers busy because I think this is going to be a phenomenal event. And I just want to thank Dr. Randall for her vision and allowing us to help her execute this vision is phenomenal. And people are talking about it. Thank you so much. And I think that's all for my report unless somebody has questions.
Thank you for stepping up. We could not do this without all of you. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay, next we're going to have Miss Summer Crawford. Bring us the details of the employment and employment support committees. Come on, Miss Crawford, show us what you're working with.
Well, good afternoon, ladies. Let me tell you, I need to be on the deck working because my whole area has now just expanded. So I want first of all start off with saying thank you to you, Dr. Randall, for your wonderful work, your vision, and in this process, as well as this phenomenal team of women commissioners all over. And so thank you so much. I have to give a special shout out to the team, the committee, and that's of course Vice Chair Gator, Miss DeShandra Johnson, she's at work hard at work today. Ebony Hughes, Miss Cynthia Douglas, I'm on the team, and Miss Kathy Joyner. Now, Miss Kathy Joyner, before I give out the names, Miss Kathy Joyner, we have identified her. She's going to wear like a special lapel or a flower for those who are special needs, those who may need assistance with employment, because a lot of times we forget about those who may need those special assistance, anything of the sort. So she is going to be one to be identified as, so that people who are being serviced, and we probably need a second person or a third to really help to volunteer in that area, so that they know that there's a special flower pinned on their shirt, or that's who you go and seek for assistance you know, because we don't want anyone in wheelchairs or anything just off to the side. We want to make sure that everyone is being serviced throughout the fair. So definitely on our team, Ms. Kathy Joyner will be the person identified. So we'll talk about a little bit more about that. Now, coming in hot, okay, coming, because I'm telling you, this thing has blown up on the employer side. At first, we were a little shaky, we're real shaky. But if I may, bear with me, we are probably now up to, I just got some more emails, 25 employers, okay? Wow. I'm about to start, I already told them tomorrow, that's it, no more, I can't take anymore. But literally while we're on the call, I'll tell Comcast just committed. While we were on the call, MRS just committed.
Good to see you. I love your hair.
Who's that? Oh, that's MRS. So we're gonna say Beaumont Crowell is coming, Trenton Forging Company, Job on America, Simca, Detroit at Work, HNTB, that's the I-94 375 project, the construction that's going on, blame them. That's DeShandra and that full crew. Dedicated Senior Medical Centers, State of Michigan Veterans, Employment Services, Southwest Solutions, Van Buren Charter Township, HPAC Communications, Prime Nation, let's see, Premier Staffing, D7 Dearborn Heights School District, Staff Source, SP Plus Corporation Employment, the Wayne County HR Department, as well as the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. I mentioned MRS, that's our rehabilitation, but I think there's the one email that was amazing that came out. I have to say, this is how big it is, and then this is the help that we needed. So there is a Miss Angela Shelby, I believe, on behalf, in long story short, there's a state recruiter that has sent it out to 18 departments across the state. So those employers will be coming in as well. So this thing has gotten really big, and thank you all for the hard work. And as employers come in, if anyone else on this commission that has an employer, because we are one body, one band, one sound, please make sure that you send them over to me today, because tomorrow I'm hitting the red button on a hard stop. We have got to lock this thing in and proceed. So I thank you to the resource team, Gator. I mean, to your medical resource team. I mean, all of you phenomenal. We all working together, going back and forth. And thank you everyone else who have submitted, employers. But if you have a few more that's like, hey, I want to get one in, please take this time to give me an email. And thank you. That's all.
Dr. Randall, I believe I'm up next.
Ms. Gator, I was gonna do the majority of your report, and you can come behind me and finish it up, because we're working as a team and Ms. Gator is not feeling well. So if that's okay, I'll thank you.
Absolutely.
All righty. So from the fabulous General Vice Chair Gators Committee, we have these companies double confirmed. DWIN, Detroit Wayne International Health Network. I hope I know that I is not internet. It's internet.
Integrated.
Integrated.
Yes,
okay, Molina Health, Stallers and Associates, Wayne County Department of Health, Human and Veteran Services, Beaumont, which is the new word, Correll, Advantage Health Centers, Plymouth Physical Therapy Specialists, NIA Purpose for Life Agency, the Detroit Health Department. And I wanted to just let everybody know who the tremendous people are that are serving on the Medical and Mental Health Resource Committee, where LaTanya Gator is the chair. That would be Tina Talley, Cynthia Douglas, Marie Overall, Yvonne Cash, Melissa Dobb is a liaison, Felicia Bayundo Ingram, Shelley Bote, and Muna Akubar. Ms. Gator, you may take it away. You're mute. You're
Thank
muted.
you. Yes, I know. Thank you so much. I believe Dr. Randall covered most of my update. I appreciate that. As everyone has echoed, thank you so much for coming together to make this an event a success. Thank you, Dr. Randall, so much for sharing this vision with us and for the whole WCWC for allowing this vision to come to fruition. What I'm proud to say is that we worked really hard to be able to give a full gamut of like health, medical, and mental health services, from safe sleep and WIC to providing services for our senior community members. And so we may still have one or two more to add, especially hearing with Miss Aisha Wells share today. We really would like to have her on board. And then there's another company that I would like to onboard who are offering more of your senior related services. So again, thank you to our team. Thank you to Chair Bell, the Wayne County Commission. Thank you, Chair Roberts, and again, for all of us coming together to make this a success. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for that report. It's really exciting. A lot of things have really come together. Just a couple questions. Dr. Randall, did you say that the opportunity to RSVP for the event is going to close on April 17th?
Yes, that was a shared decision. I think Chair Bell was in on that decision as well, and the chairs. That was a hard deadline because there's so many things that we have to do with that information. That's only giving us 10 days. Yeah. We have to send out letters and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Not for participating entities, but for like the public.
Attendees and volunteers. Yes. Thank you for that clarification. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we at RSVPs from the public?
Today, I think we have about 150. That's for attendees. Volunteers, oh, she's off the phone. To Ms. Tally, I think we got about 30 now. But we're trying to shoot.
Great. And then are you thinking about before the 17th, and I know we're coming up on that, there's only a couple days, but are we putting together a flyer with all of the participating employers and health providers, mental health providers, to try to get that out as one last push? Because that might.
Yes, I am. I'll just put that in the chat. This is Alicia. I'm working with the person today to add just a few of the employers and the behavior resources on the flyer. So we should have that by end of day today. I just put that in the chat.
That's fantastic. I think that'll be really great, because I think once more women see like what all the opportunities are, that might drive even more attendance. So sorry for those notifications. Okay, anything else on the resource fair? I see Member Carter.
Yes, we have all agreed that all of the companies that will be participating, that will also go in the press release, and we hope to have that done 100% by Sunday or Saturday, actually Saturday. And then we will get that press release out along with the flyer. They both will go together. Thank you.
Anything else on the resource fair? Okay, great.
One more thing. Summer mentioned that we may, even though there are some even though there are some Wayne County Women's Commission members that cannot come to the fair, we may need some help on the evening of the 25th and the 26th. So we will be sending out a letter asking for you all to give us some time. Hopefully we'll meet at the actual college. That's my plan. So I think we can get that done. But if you just make a note to give us some time on the 25th or the 26th, we would really appreciate it.
Yeah, and please, when you decide that, please just send it out to the group. Like, it doesn't have to go to me or anything. Just send it out.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, make it easy. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the next agenda item, but we did already cover G2 with Chair Bell. So on to the next, Member or Vice Chair Gator.
Yes, I had more of a comment that is fitting for that agenda item you mentioned.
Okay.
So at a previous meeting, we were asked to reach out to our commissioners to seek reappointment or to get that update. I was officially informed by my commissioner, David Kniezek, that I will not be reappointed to the commission. So this will most likely be my final meeting with you all. So I just wanted to say it was a great honor to serve amongst these fabulous, hardworking women. We had some really good times. We had some not so good times, but a time we had. And I definitely appreciate how much I've learned and grown and shared with you all for the past 2 years. I hope this is not the last time that we meet as a body, but again, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your service. I know that, I mean, I've really, really appreciated you serving as vice chair and being a really thoughtful, like teammate and person in this. And I know you played such an integral role in the resource fair. Dr. Randall.
Yeah, I'd like to just make think about that we can have a women's commission reunion every so many years. That's another way to keep in touch. Thank you.
And I nominate you as chair.
Okay, in 2 years we can do it. I'll do it in 2 years. We can do it.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right, sounds good. And so then moving on to agenda item H, Clerk Spivey.
Such other matters as may be properly submitted before the commission.
Yeah, I wanted to give an opportunity. We didn't have a chance to connect before this meeting, but give an opportunity to Commissioner Dobb, and I'm not sure if Commissioner Douglas is on the meeting, but I will turn it over to you, Commissioner Dobb.
Yeah, actually, I just texted you, Chair Roberts. Can we put this off until next month? I actually need to hop off right now. I got a hard stop at 1, so I don't want to start something.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I have a meeting as well. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah. Any other such matters? Felicia?
Yes, through the chair. Hello, everyone. Just a very quick comment and reminder that this is a public body, so everything you do is subject to FOIA. So when we talk about creating platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or emails, can you please make sure that my office is aware so that we're aware of the platforms that are out there that are being used for Women's Commission's business, because that could become important and I need to know, again, what's available and what's out there. So you can email me separately. Don't need to talk about it now. Just a friendly reminder. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you so much for that. It is very, very important, and that's a very good reminder for all of us. Moving on to the next item.
Item I, members' comments.
Okay, any other comments from members? Anything that you would like to share? Okay, just real quickly, I'd like to share a big thing in my life, which is I now have a new job, and I'm working with a national organization called Climate Jobs National Resource Center. And we are working to build a union-led statewide coalition around the clean energy economy and making sure that these jobs are union jobs. And our first campaign that we're kicking off is working with school districts, because there's literally billions of dollars available in federal money to help schools not only become more energy efficient, but also implement renewables like solar onto their buildings, if that is something that they would like to do. And the governor has dedicated hundreds of millions of dollars to support schools as well. So I'm just absolutely thrilled that I get to be a part of helping making our schools greener and cleaner and healthier for our students, our teachers, and other school employees. And it's just a really exciting thing for me, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, any other comments? Thank you, thank you. Okay, moving on to the next agenda item.
Public comments.
Okay, are there any comments from the public? Any comments from the public? Okay, seeing none, we will move to adjourn. And again, we got this meeting done in an hour. So thank you so much, everyone. And we will officially adjourn. Thank you so much.